Bitch, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of that Terry Smooth. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. Now, right now, I want to talk about, since I'm on the road, that just gave me the idea right now, is to drive for yourself and others. Now, don't get lost into the physical thinking that this video is going to be about driving for yourself and others as the actual road. But in the physical terms, it's going to be able to make a lot of sense. Now, for the most part, what does this mean? And you probably heard this term before. Drive for yourself and others. What does this mean? This actually means that you're in a world with others. So you have a world yourself, which is you. And you in a world amongst others. So off the back, that's telling you right there that, you in the world amongst others. So drive for yourself and others. So if you think you're in a world all by yourself, anytime you go to too much selfish frequency vibrations and things of that nature, you're going to have another thing coming to you. Because a shape and form is going to come into your life in the attributes of a person, place, or thing to show you ain't the only motherfucking here. And you're going to have to do some type of relativeness. Now, what does this mean from the physical terms to the spiritual terms, as far as me physically driving right now? Now, for the most part, this is what this means. Now, since your spirit is the driving force, right? This puts you in a situation where you're going to be amongst other spirits who may not drive as well as you. You see what I'm saying? Y'all going in totally different directions. And a lot of times, depending on both of y'all astral travels, y'all may even run into each other and crash and create some type of catastrophic conjunction or opposition type of moment between the two of y'all. So for the most part, this is why I say drive for yourself and others, because you may be around people who may not be as spiritually equipped as you. So if you don't take that into no kind of consideration, you may end up in a motherfucking spiritual accident. Just driving on the same road in the astral realm as this person. And what do I mean by that? Going along with someone else's ideas and concepts and things of that nature, and then they don't even know where the direction this is leading to. That's what that actually means. So, this is why I say drive for yourself and others. Because you got to make sure you got a map just as well as the people that you are following. Or you got to make sure you have a map just as well as the people you are on the road with. You can't be taking considerations from the person you're in front of. Or you can't be jumping in turning lanes thinking that this person is going on the same freeway you going on. Because a lot of times you may go down a motherfucking road that ain't got nothing to do with you. And you going to a whole nother city and state. And now you got to wait till you get to a whole nother motherfucking exit for your ass to turn around and get back on the motherfucking freeway, back on your path. Now, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that actually spiritually? That means being around a circumstance or a situation or a person, right, that totally make your plans go in a whole different direction. So you already had something planned for you, right? Now, as soon as you jumped into this person's spiritual car, aka got in this person's frequency vibration or got in this person's aura, everything you had plans on doing completely did a motherfucking 360. So you had a plan on doing this. You had a plan on doing that. And none of those plans played out in the way that you wanted them to play out. And the only reason they didn't play out that way is because of the goddamn person you're around. And then a lot of people get blinded in the physical because they don't even think that it's like that because of the person they're around. They tie other excuses and shit like that because here's how a person get lost. Based upon how long they knew a person. Based upon what kind of connection they got with this person. Based upon this person a family, friend, or some shit like that. I'm talking, I gotta fucking drink something to drink, but you know what I'm saying? I'm out of the comfort of my flight cave right now, so I ain't got no access to nothing to drink, but I need to get this message out. But being in a circumference of people that you might get blinded based upon your connection to them, but they be the main fucking cause on why you don't get your fucking shit done. You might be around a certain person that they put you in a certain vibrational state that don't even want you to do what you was going to initially do just because of their energy. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, drive for yourself and others. Because if your spirit is the driving force, then you need to make sure you one hell of a motherfucking driver. And make sure you paying for an esoteric lawyer, aka paying for some wisdom, paying attention to knowledge and wisdom. So you don't be getting judged in the astral realm by the Galactic Federation of Light and shit. And catching charges because you in the wrong spiritual car and shit like that. A lot of shit. Make sure you go get your spiritual license too. because that's going that you become a driving force for others when you got your spiritual license. If you're a person who need others to for your form of drive in your life, then you ain't got no spiritual license. You don't even need to be on the road, because you'll be getting into all kind of accidents and creating all kind of catastrophic situations in your life. But if you got your motherfucking spiritual license, you know that because you are a driving force in other people's lives and even in your own life, and you see where there can be a force to be driven in the first place. So that's what makes you a person who spiritually got their spiritual license. And if you're not equipped to drive, you know, it's a lot of people who got their spiritual license, but sometimes they drive drunk. You know what I'm saying? You know, it goes deep. And how would that play out? A person who got their spiritual license who probably driving drunk, right? This is a motherfucker who just wake up and stop giving a fuck about their morals that day. Now, depending on their morals, that's going to tell you a lot. But a person who just wake up like, man, fuck this shit or fuck that shit, so they start driving blindly that's a person who's spiritually driving drunk. It's like they get tired of holding on to something and then they want to experience something new, so they may join the actions of a person, place, or thing that may not necessarily be good for them. But since they've been so comfortable with the energy they've been in, they feel like escaping a little bit. They like, all right, man, let me drive. That's like a reckless drunk driver for the moment. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different scenarios, but you know, I mean, I'm gonna get off this road for police start watching and shit like that. And I already didn't raise the lights and satellites of the Matrix by even saying that. So you know, I'm gonna stop this video right here. Flight boss, bitch, goddamn air.